Hello everyone, my name is Felicia and this is In My Travels. Thank you so much for being here. Now, I know I said in the previous video that I had a free gift for you, and I do, but I want to make it better. I want to make it more comprehensive, and the subject of it is going to be language and culture. I want to begin to talk about the importance of language and understanding the culture of the new country that you have chosen to either move to for a long period of time or a short period of time, or work, right? So that's what I'm working on right now. And as I got into it, I said, ooh, this is going to be, I want to do something more than a simple checklist, right? I want to do something more comprehensive for you, because I think a lot of people don't know where to start. So I want to focus on, and I am going to focus more on language and culture, because I think there are enough people who have moved abroad, especially Black American women. I think there are enough Black American women who have already moved abroad, and they have such great YouTube channels, and the information that they've given so far about the processes of, moving abroad is quite extensive. And I can, either link to them, or you can ask me if you haven't found anyone who is focusing on your particular country that you are curious about, maybe I can help you. And because I belong to a really incredible group of Black women. I think now the group is 17,000 women strong, and it's all about living abroad, working abroad, thriving abroad. So each person in this group has their own perspective and their own experiences. I find that most of the women in the group, they are very curious. They've never done it before. They've never even considered that was something for them. And yes, you as a Black American woman, you can go anywhere in the world. Now, you just can't buy a ticket and say, okay, I'm going to move to France and I'll stay there for 10 years. No, there's a process. You have to be there legally. And if you're going to stay more than 90 days, you have to apply for visas, etc. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Today, I really want to talk about the importance of language and culture, and how, if you are already struggling with the language, either here in the US, I'm based in the US at the moment. If you are struggling with the language now before you move abroad, or perhaps you are already in your dream country and you are struggling because you're shy, or maybe you are really afraid of making a mistake. We've all been there. I've been there. I speak English, that is my mother tongue. I also speak French and Swedish fluently. Now, I had to work on doing that. I think I have a natural gift for languages, because it didn't take me long. I would say 1 year of full-time living, and I was a student. I was a university student in France. It was my junior year abroad. I spent a year only being surrounded by French people, French students. I was in a French university, and I came home that junior year and I could speak French. I could speak French only with my professors when I returned back. And then 2 weeks after graduation, I started my first job out of college in Paris, France. So that helped a great deal. So after 1 year, I was ready to go. I can have any conversation with anybody. So I want to help you, because this is something that I'm very, very passionate about, as I have experienced the beginning stages of learning a language, all the mistakes, all the fear that you're going to have with, I think a lot of people are afraid of looking less than smart, if you know what I mean. And that's very real. That fear is real. We've all been there. If you are currently learning a language and you feel like, oh, I'm too old to learn a language. I don't understand all these sounds. No one's asking you to get rid of your accent. Everybody has an accent. I have an accent in English. Everybody has an accent. I live in the South. People, I don't live in the deep South. I don't have that twang, but everybody has an accent. Don't worry about the accent. Just focus on being understood. That's the beginning stages of any part of language learning. Being understood. That is paramount. Don't worry about, I'm not going to sound, French enough. I'm not going to sound Portuguese enough. Everybody knows you're a foreigner, right? Everybody knows you're a foreigner. And I think that most people, like native speakers, they are so patient and they are so kind. That's what I found. And I definitely found that in Portugal, and I was just on vacation in Portugal, but I did use the Portuguese that I knew for that time. And just, don't worry about how you sound. Just focus on, I was going to say worry about, don't worry about, just focus on being understood in the beginning. So another part of why I'm so passionate, and I'm coming to you specifically right now talking about the importance of learning the language and understanding the culture, is because I find, this is just me, I find that a lot of people meaning Black American women, are online and they're talking about moving abroad, right? Or how they moved abroad. But no one is really focusing on living abroad. There are maybe one or two, and of course, I don't know all the YouTubers in the world. I don't know all the Black American women in the world, who have moved abroad. There's about one or two who actually get up and they talk about, they take you to the market, and I love those because there are a lot of areas in France that I don't know. I've traveled a lot inside of France, and I've lived in Paris for a long period of time. However, I think after 4 years of everyone talking about moving abroad and then moving abroad in the 4 years, I want to be the voice who actually talks about and helps you live abroad. So if I said anything up until now that resonates with you, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. That helps me out a great deal. You're still going to get that free gift. I just want to make it better. Anything I do, I just want to make it better. I don't just want to do a quick checklist, blah, blah, blah. I really want to give the information and then put a why or an example, because I think a lot of people just need examples, right? Sometimes I need examples on how to do things or why this is important, and that's what I'm working on right now. And I want to see more Black American women who have been abroad, who've been working, not working abroad, but who have moved abroad for more than a year, talk about what they do on a daily basis. Because I know you have not, you haven't left America. You haven't, sold your house, sold your belongings, etc., to move abroad, to sit in your apartment, to make YouTube videos about moving abroad. I know you haven't. Now, I know that you want to help people move abroad and you want to share your experience. I get that. But what about the actual living? I think this is something that is beginning to happen, or I feel a change. And maybe that's just me. Maybe I need to speak more about my having lived and worked and thrived in Sweden, in France, in South Korea, and most recently China. Maybe I need to share the ups and downs, but more ups, because I think I've had, so far in my 55 years, I've had a pretty amazing life. Has it always been easy? No, of course not, because I'm alive. And if you're human, you know you have ups and downs. But I can really say that I have lived an amazing life, and that gives me joy to share that with you. So get down in the comments. Please ask me any questions. Maybe a question that you ask is something that someone hasn't even thought about asking. What do you want to know about living abroad? What do you want to know about language acquisition? What do you want to know about cultural norms, right? Maybe you are thinking of a country that I haven't done research about, because I just haven't done research about it, and you can begin to share with us why you want to go to said country. Maybe you simply want to go on a look-see. I would say, people are doing this now more and more, where they want to just spend 2 months, 3 months in a place. Because if you're an American, a U.S. citizen, I should say, if you're a U.S. citizen, and you can stay 3 months, 90 days legally without a visa. Now, if you want to stay 91 days, you're going to need a visa because we don't want to go anywhere illegally, right? So let's begin to talk about the actual life that you want to create abroad. Let me help you with this. Again, I'm working on the free gift. You're going to get it. So please like, comment, and subscribe. The gift will be for subscribers, and I want you to get it, right? There's so much I want to tell you. There's so much, and I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. That's what this channel is for. I want to begin to share my life experiences with you, and what I don't know, I can find out, and I can still share it with you, and vice versa. That's what we want to do here. We want to help each other. We want to encourage each other. But my strong point is language and culture, because I think to go to another country and not speak the language, you're basically just bringing your Americanness, and you're making a cute little apartment or house, and you're making that world in another country, but you're not really integrating. And if you are going to thrive abroad, you must integrate into that new society. So I'm going to have more tips and everything for you in the next video on how you can do this. I'll tell you something right now before I go. In order for me to not only maintain the level of French that I have, but also, of course, to improve my French, I'm beginning to listen to really fun books on Audible French. These are, read in French. These are French books by French authors or Francophone authors. And I do this, I listen to it in the gym. I work out almost every day. Didn't work out today. I had to go to the mountains and all of that stuff, but this is what I do. And that's a tip that's going to come in the next video. What are some of the things that you can do to begin to understand the language and the culture? I love Audible books. This is not sponsored. I love Audible books, and I'm listening to a really great French book. So there are times I'm like, what did they say? Oh, let me rewind. And now, after this video, I'm actually going to go on Amazon, order the book, so that I can, when those times happen where I'm just like, what did they say? What was the word? I can look at it at the same time. So we all have to work. We all have to work on language acquisition, no matter if you are a beginner or advanced or fluent. I don't know every French word in the French dictionary, in the French language. So thank you for listening to me, and I hope I have given you value. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And the free gift is coming. I just want it to be better because that's what I want to give to you. I always want to give you my best. So have a good Thursday evening. It is August 1st already. This is insane. So have a great evening. Until next time. Ciao.